So here's Ben just putting the car back in the truck, going to bed. Hi guys, so it's Arwen Graham here, or you might know me as Arwen Racing. So this is just my first race ever in the Junior Saloon Car Championship, and we are at Cadwell Park. This is a very technical track, so it's quite eventful. But continue watching and you'll be able to see my first ever race. It's very exciting, and yeah. So right now in the car I'm currently just driving down to the paddocks, or the assembly area, which is where we just line up in the places that we got for qualifying. So as you can see, all the cars here, this is where they line up in their grid position. As you can see, we have like Team Hard there. All of the cars reversing in into their grid spots. I'm not sure if you can see, but you can just see the numbers at the side. And as you can see, a lot of mess on the ground. So if they could get that cleaned up pretty well by MHS, go there, they'll get that cleaned up no problem. So here I am over here standing next to my car with Ben Greenhill. He's just given me some advice before the race, you know. As you can see, some of my amazing sponsors on the side of the car, and just round the side of the car, Greenhill Performance, my race number, and more of my amazing sponsors. So here's a scrutineering guy. He's just checking out the seatbelts and stuff, because the seatbelts on the passenger side are not in date, but the seatbelts on the driver's side are. So he's just checking it out and making sure it's all up to the regulations.
Different belts from the other side.
Sorry?
Different belts from the other side. They're newer, aren't they, these ones here? Seat belts.
Different belts from the others, what do you mean, sorry?
No, I mean the older ones
Yeah.
are obviously out of date, aren't they? Yeah. So, but then I realised you had different ones on this side.
Oh,
so, yeah.
right,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Otherwise, £2.70.
Yeah, fair play.
Right, here I am. That is me just going out. Right now I am feeling extremely nervous for my first race. You know, I got a bit confused. The car started moving and I thought he was going to go before me, but nope. So here I go again. I'm very nervous. I've got my eyebrows scrunched and everything. So yep, that's just normal. Here I am coming up. We're getting lined up in the grid position. I'm behind Chloe Grant, the scholarship winner. So yeah, here we are, coming up to the grid, getting placed into our positions. So that's me in my grid position. Very exciting. I think the marshals messed it up a wee bit, moving the cars back, reversing them back. I'm not quite sure what's going on. To be honest, I don't actually even remember this happening. So yeah, just moving them back. I stay in the same position right now. I'm looking down, just like very nervous, trying to get my head around it, realizing that this is my first race and that it's actually happening and for real life. So this is just the green flag. This isn't actually taken off. So just the green flag, round 1 lap right now. So right now I'm just kind of warming the tyres up. I was there, and here we go. We're just going back into our grid position to start for the real race, the real start. That's me just saying hello to Chloe Grant before the start, and there we go, the start of the race. That's us off. Not the best start. I've only actually done 1 race start before this, so I wasn't really prepared. But you know, it's my first race. I didn't expect to be like up the top or anything, or be amazing at taking off, because I'm far from it. But you know, lost a couple of places, but you know, we'll improve, hopefully. Kind of a bit dropping back a bit far away now, due to gears. I was not very confident in changing from 3rd down to 2nd gear. So yeah, I wasn't doing that because I wasn't very confident, and I'd probably mess it up, and that would make me lose even more time for trying to figure out the gears. So I just left it, but obviously that caused me to lose quite a lot of time by not changing down to 2nd gear for some of the corners, whereas other people were, and they were just, you know, flying away. So like that corner there, I should have been down in 2nd, but I wasn't. Going around the corner. Oh, is that on the hill? That's Chloe Grant and Adam Harding as well on there. I must have went off onto the grass, a bit of bashing done or something maybe. So I slowed down a wee bit more than I actually had to, but you know, I didn't really know. So I've got Chloe Grant behind me now. Just going round. Again, should have been in 2nd gear. You can see that I could have taken off a lot faster than I did. The gap that is between me and the guy in front of me. But we're slowly gaining more speed, getting more confident with the car. As you can hear a bit of wheel squeaking there, but getting more confident, gaining more speed. Still not confident with the gears, so still not changing, but we're getting there. Gaining a bit more speed on the guy in front. Could be a little bit more confident around this section here. Probably not braking at all. I should have been on it. As you can see, I braked there when I shouldn't have. I should have just kept it on the gas the whole time and just went for it. But I didn't. I was not confident enough at this point. So yes. Could have braked a wee bit later there, but it's my first race, you know. I wasn't too confident with the car. Obviously, I actually only learned to really race a racing car 2 weeks beforehand, which is absolutely insane. So, you know. More wheel squeaking or whatever. Again, probably should have went into 2nd in this corner, but I didn't. Lost a bit of time on it, but you know, I wasn't confident. As you can see here, slowed down a bit too early, whereas Chloe Grant tried to overtake. I didn't realise she was going to go for an overtake. I turned in And yeah, just a wee bit bashing. Unfortunately, she ended up going into a barrier and couldn't race for the rest of this. But you know, that's just what happens. She wouldn't have meant it, and I didn't see her either, so it's all good. Oh, Jamie Goody should have gone to Automech there. They would have got that fixed in no time, Automech and East Kilbride. We are on a yellow flag here, so obviously we're having to go a lot slower. Here's Chloe Grant again into the barrier. I was just making sure she was alright after the wee incident, you know. I don't think she saw me, but you know, just to make sure she was alright. Just driving with one hand. Well, it's the yellow flag, not really racing. Oh no, red flag now, never mind. So that means we're going to have to go back in anyway. So that's us just sitting here, waiting to drive again. I turned the fan on. I remembered to do that to keep the engine cool so it doesn't overheat, which is good. And then I started to get a bit bored just waiting about, so I just started, you know, bouncing my hands on the steering wheel. So yeah, you know, bored not moving. But we shall be going in a second. Here we go. We are not racing again, just, you know, warming the tyres up, getting back into the grid position, and yeah. Just a green flag again, just a warm-up lap, and then we'll go back round into our grid positions, warming up the tyres again. Just kind of having a bit of fun probably, more than actually paying attention to warming up the tyres. But yeah, right, back into the grid position, ready for the restart. Here we go. I really should have more revs there to pull off faster, but you know, and probably let the clutch off a bit slower, but not too much slower. But yeah. Around the first corner, slowing down a wee bit, you know, I don't want to crash into the back of anyone. Again, shouldn't really brake on that corner, I didn't need to, but again, as you can probably see, they get way ahead of me because of the gears they're in. They pull away a lot faster. I'm pulling away a lot slower because of the gear I'm in. Oh, and here we go, Ashley Gregory there with her boot open. She's got a wee cheating spoiler there. Oh, and somebody's crashed off. Should go to RPM, they'll get that fixed, no problem. Bears den. And out comes the medical car as well.
Surely that spoiler's against regulation.
As you can see, I'm looking in my mirrors, trying to be aware of this, the medical car coming past. Here it comes. I just kind of move over to the left-hand side to let it pass. Back down the hill again, going extremely slow. I was a bit curious to see what was going on. I think that's why I slowed down so much. And here we go, back into the assembly bit. I think this is just us exiting. As you can see, a bit too much revs, me just going back, trying to go into Ashley's boot. But yeah, first ever hill start, so I wasn't quite sure what I was doing, to be honest. But yeah, here we go. So here's Chloe Grant's car after the wee bashing we had. Wee bashing incident. There's Jamie Goody's car. Not quite sure what happened, but yeah. And there's my car. Wee bit of bash at the front, but you know, that's alright.
So how was your first race? You had fun?
Yeah.
Did well, kept it clean, got round, finished our race. Exceptional work, sweetheart, yeah? Exactly what we wanted. Next race, let's try and move. Yeah. Next race, let's try and move forward a bit, yeah? Pick up some of the tips that he's been giving you, yeah? Cool, really good, really pleased. Are you happy? You should be. You should be very proud.
Gone a wee bit, maybe.
She's probably banged it a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have a look. We'll have a look at the video, and they'll get a look at the car when we get back up there. All right. First race.
So right now we're just doing a wee weigh-in, just going up to the weigh-in bit here. Waiting for the guy to say okay for me to go. There's Ben Greenhill, his brother, and Mick as well. Try not to run anyone over while I'm driving through. Going back to the truck. Just driving back very slowly. So first race, pardon me. So first race was quite good. It's not too bad. My first ever race, I was really nervous, not as confident as I could be. But, you know, hopefully I'll start gaining more confidence. Obviously, I'm worrying about the car as well. I don't want to do any damage to it. Because money costs, you know. But, you know, it is racing. And if I want to get faster, I'm just going to have to be a bit braver. So this is me. That was my dad's lovely house there, the tent. Try not to bash into it there. Almost did. Here we go, just out of the car.
Well, Mark's not bad.
After the race.
No, right. Literally, she went in that wall that hard. It went
As you can see, a better view of the damage.
The boot bounced off. Yeah, there's a little dent in the door. There's nothing wrong with it.
Here are the results. I got P20 for the first race. So, yeah. Right, here we go. Going for the second race now. Yeah, again, I was extremely nervous, just like the first one. Handbrake on, and this is just... Oh no, it's the actual race start. Here we go. So, as you can see, I had a pretty good start. Quite a lot faster. I almost got past Chloe Grant, but I don't think she saw that I was there and I went to go take her racing line. So I just had to kind of back off a wee bit, or else I would have got onto the grass, and you know, I don't want to do that. So just had to back off a wee bit. But wow, the second race start was a lot better than the first. I gained a few places as well, which was pretty good. Again, not so good with the gears pulling away faster, you know. It's not too good. Wee bit of wheel squeaking, and there we go. As you can see, I'm getting the revs right up to the top, and then I'm changing gear, which is good, I think. Braking a wee bit too early there. I could have braked a wee bit later there, but again, my confidence, it's my first race. I don't want to overdo it and then I mess up and end up in a barrier, you know. front have got quite far ahead, well, a wee bit. But I am gaining more speed than I did have in the first race as well. I gained more speed, I'm starting to catch up, but I would be faster if I could just get them gears. So that's one thing that I really need to work on, is my gear changing from third to second. As you can see, I could have probably defended my place a wee bit better here. Good overtaking he done there, really good. I could have defended it, but I didn't, so, you know, he got past me, but that's what it is. And that's the red flag, I see, yes. So we have to slow right down, no racing. Right, now this is a very confusing bit. As you can see, the medical cars coming out in front. They were not quite sure what they were asking us to do, asking us to pull over to the left hand side. I was really confused here. I was really confused what was going on. I think everybody else was as well, very confused what was happening, not quite sure what we're supposed to be doing. So we drove the wrong way round the pit lane, and we're coming, this here is actually the pit entrance, but we're coming out it, so a bit confusing, and we're lining up on the grid again to do another restart. Here we go, back into grid position. Green flag lap. There we go. Warming the tires up again. And back into grid position. Again, I should probably have more revs, but it was an alright start. It wasn't as good as last time, but yeah. As you can hear from my dad there, I'm a second gear, and that made me lose some places, which wasn't too good. And just up here, I kinda left the door open, to be honest, just kinda let him past, which I shouldn't have done. I should have defended more, but, you know. Again, kinda, the people in front are quite a bit in front, but near the end start gaining again. As you can see, I'm not really steering. I've got one hand off the wheel, one hand on the wheel, which is not good at all, but my arm started to get sore, even though it's a very technical track and there's no power steering, so it's a lot harder than you expect it to be. I thought I'd go in here and I thought, oh, it'll be fine, my arms will be fine. No, my arms were not fine, and they were pretty sore after it because of all the corners, and it was, yeah, it's a lot harder than you would expect it to be. I started to get a little more confident with this corner, started to gain speed. As you can see, I'm getting pretty warm here. I've got my hand out the window, trying to cool myself down, sweating to death. One hand on the wheel. Again, slowing down, third gear, round the corner. Again, probably could have braked a wee bit later, I would say. And then we go up into fourth gear. Down into third and round the corners. hear a wee bit of wheel squeaking there. As you can see the tracks where people came off, and as you can see the wee clip there, missed the gear. Well, didn't miss it, just went over the limit. And that's us exiting the circuit now. Here we go. Didn't have to do a hill start again, thankfully. Don't have to embarrass myself on that. There we go. Giving Ben a lift back up to the truck. So yeah, overall it was a really good weekend. I really enjoyed it. I learnt so much. And thanks to Ben as well for giving me so much advice. It helped me, and I think overall it wasn't too bad of a first race, considering I'm the least experienced person out of everyone. I have no competitive race experience, whereas everyone else does in some way or form. So yes. So in this race I got P16, which was pretty good.
Hang on a minute, someone owes me beer.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, we had a little bet a while back where she'd finished, didn't we? And what did I say?
Nobody remembers. It might have been a conversation you had alone. You were sleeping, you mean?
I said, I think it might have been with Ben actually, P16. I literally said, should be about P16.
I actually know you texted me that yesterday.
So you owe me beer.
Beer was never mentioned.
Let me see. I'll predict the next
Trying
one.
to get himself a free beer
I got a case of Corona in my car.
by predicting places. By beer.
I'm gonna get drunk.
Oh yeah, so I sent a picture of the car that Bart did and he put, yep, P16.
So it seems like the team captain isn't just the team captain, he is also a genie. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, share and comment. Thank you so much to all my sponsors. It's amazing.